Cats have a way of making even the simplest behaviors seem mysterious and fascinating. One of these strange but intriguing habits is when they sniff something and suddenly freeze with their mouths slightly open, looking almost comically shocked or disgusted. If you've ever seen a cat make this face after sniffing your shoes, a piece of furniture, or even another animal, you might have wondered what's going on. This reaction is known as the Flehmen response, and despite how it looks, it's not an expression of surprise or offense. It's actually a sophisticated biological process that allows cats to taste the air and analyze scents in a way that humans can't even begin to imagine. The Flehmen response is an instinctive behavior found in many animals, but in cats, it plays an essential role in how they understand their environment. Unlike humans, who rely primarily on their eyesight and a relatively basic sense of smell, cats experience the world through scent in ways that are difficult for us to comprehend. They possess a specialized organ called the vomeronasal organ, or Jacobson's organ, which is located on the roof of their mouth just behind their front teeth. This organ acts as a second nose, designed specifically to detect pheromones and other complex chemical signals in the environment. When a cat curls back its lips and opens its mouth after smelling something, it is actually drawing scent particles into this organ, where the signals are processed in a way that gives the cat far more detailed information than a simple sniff ever could. This behavior is most commonly seen in male cats, but all cats, male, female, big, small, domestic, and wild, use the Flehmen response to analyze certain smells, particularly those related to other animals. One of the most important uses of this response is in detecting pheromones, which are chemical signals produced by other cats and animals that communicate things like territory boundaries, mating status, stress levels, and even health conditions. When a cat encounters a scent that contains pheromones, such as another cat's urine, scent markings, or even the smell left behind on their owner's clothing, they will often engage in the Flehmen response to get a deeper understanding of what the scent means. While the Flehmen response is especially useful for wild cats and big cats like lions, tigers, and leopards, domestic cats still retain this instinct even though they no longer need it for survival. A house cat might use the Flehmen response when sniffing another cat's fur, investigating a new object brought into the home, or even when smelling their owner after they've been around other animals. This is why some cats seem particularly interested in sniffing their owner's shoes or clothing when they come home. Your cat is essentially reading a scent-based diary of where you've been and who you've interacted with. One of the most amusing things about the Flehmen response is the facial expression that comes with it. The curled back lips, slightly open mouth, and intense concentration can make a cat look like they're grimacing, sneering, or even disgusted. However, despite how it looks, the cat is not actually having an emotional reaction to the scent. It's simply a physical mechanism that helps the scent particles reach the vomeronasal organ more effectively. It's similar to how humans might squint when trying to read something small or tilt their heads when listening to a faint sound. Interestingly, some scents trigger the Flehmen response more than others. Cats are particularly sensitive to the scent of other cats, especially if the other cat is in heat or has recently marked their territory. This is why unneutered male cats are the most likely to use the Flehmen response when they detect the scent of a female in heat. However, it's not just feline scents that trigger this reaction. Some strong-smelling foods, certain household chemicals, and even human sweat can sometimes cause a cat to make their signature Flehmen face. Because the Flehmen response is so strongly tied to pheromones, it is often seen in multi-cat households where cats share territory. If one cat marks an area with their scent, another cat may use the Flehmen response to analyze it and determine whether the scent belongs to a friend or a potential rival. This can also happen when a new cat is introduced to the home, existing cats may spend a lot of time smelling the newcomer's bedding, litter box, or fur and making that strange open-mouthed expression as they process the unfamiliar scent. Another fascinating aspect of the Flehmen response is that it helps cats recognize familiar individuals, including other cats, animals, and even humans. Every living being has a unique scent profile, and through their vomeronasal organ, cats can distinguish between familiar and unfamiliar scents in a way that goes beyond what a regular sense of smell can achieve. This means that even if a cat hasn't seen a family member or another pet in a long time, they may be able to recognize them through scent alone. While the Flehmen response is most commonly observed in cats, other animals also use this mechanism to analyze scents. Horses, for example, often display an exaggerated version of the Flehmen response by lifting their heads high and curling their upper lip dramatically. Big cats like lions and tigers use it frequently to detect potential mates and rivals, and even some reptiles, such as snakes, have a similar system for detecting chemical signals in their environment. For cat owners, understanding the Flehmen response can provide interesting insights into how their feline companion interacts with the world. If a cat frequently uses the Flehmen response when smelling something in the home, it might be detecting the scent of another pet, an unfamiliar visitor, or even just a particularly interesting odor. Some owners even enjoy testing their cat's reaction by presenting them with different scents. While some scents may be completely ignored, others might trigger that classic open-mouthed expression of deep concentration. Despite how funny it looks, the Flehmen response is an incredibly sophisticated and valuable tool that allows cats to interpret the world in ways humans never could. It's a reminder that while cats may live comfortably in our homes, they are still very much in tune with their wild instincts. The next time your cat sniffs something and then suddenly opens their mouth as if they've just heard the worst gossip of their life, know that they're not judging the smell, they're simply using their built-in biological superpower to unlock hidden information from the air.